Hello everyone, my name is Xue Hao. My English name is Alex, and now I live in China. I independently invented a new trade method, exchange trade, which will change the operating model of internet platforms and help us find the new growth points for the world economy. In addition, exchange trade can also improve commodity productivity and transaction quality help us delay economic recession and fight economic crises. The creation of exchange trade theory and the production of PPT teaching video are completely by me alone. However, due to my poor English, I did not display the video content directly, and the PPT explanation sound you heard later is done by computer software. There are two problems with my PPT presentation in English. The first problem, the video won't work well by doing this because my English is not good. You might not be able to understand many of my presentation. The second question, doing this will take me a lot of time. Even introducing a issue of extreme trade requires me to spend a lot of time on speaking practice. Doing this caused me to take me more time to complete the video, and you understand that screen trade will also be delayed. Given the depending recession right now, I think we are running out of time. I think it will have been a better option to release screen trade earlier. So I chose to write the Chinese PPT and speech, then translate them in English with the help of Google Translator, and finally rely on Microsoft's AI voice software to record the English version of Alice Trade explanation video. Because of the theoretical construction of extreme trade, the writing of relay copywriting, the production of PPT, and the recording and editing of videos are all completed by me alone. So if there are some omissions in some tabs, please forgive me. Please don't miss my video because PPT is displayed by AI. And don't choose to close my video because the wrong words and grammar in the video. Because edge screen trade that invent is really important. It will not only help world to delay the economic recession, help many countries fight the economic crisis, but also help the fund hope when your career is not doing well. Now, let's get started with the body content of the screen trade.
Hello everyone, my name is Xue Hao, and my English name is Alex. I independently invented a method to fight the economic crisis. Alex scoring trade. Please remember the name of this method, because it will be famous all over the world and completely change the world. This video is the third in the Alex scoring trade theory series. Problems with traditional trade. In the last video, I mentioned the same unit price transaction and floating unit price transaction. For the same unit price transaction, the seller determines a fixed unit price, and all buyers complete the transaction at this fixed unit price. The floating unit price transaction is negotiated by the seller and the buyer to reach a price acceptable to both parties, and finally the transaction is concluded at this price. Whether it is a fixed unit price transaction or a floating unit price transaction, it is a traditional trade method. An important feature of traditional trade is that both parties must reach an agreement on the price before the transaction. This may seem normal, but there is actually problems. The main role of trade is to create value for buyers and profit for sellers, but traditional trade is not particularly effective in these two aspects. We know that commodities have two attributes, price and value. The seller pays attention to the price, the higher the seller's profit. Buyers focus on value, and the more the product can meet the buyer's needs, the higher the value the buyer will get. This reality determines that there must be two contradictions. And these two contradictions will lead to two risks. The first contradiction, the contradiction between commodity price and value. This inconsistency causes buyers to be at risk in the transaction. Since the price is determined at the time of the transaction, the buyer can only know the value of the commodity after the commodity is traded. Therefore, for the buyer, the transaction must be risky. If the value created by the commodity after the transaction is higher than the transaction price, then the buyer of the transaction will make a profit. If the value created by the commodity after the transaction is lower than the transaction price, then the buyer loses. The second contradiction, the contradiction between sellers and buyers in purpose. The second contradiction is the contradiction between sellers and buyers in terms of purpose, which leads to the risk of loss for sellers. What sellers pursue is price, but if sellers want to pursue long-term interests, they must continue to sell products, and then they must create enough value for buyers, so sellers pursue price and value at the same time. However, the value that the seller assigns to the commodity needs to pay the cost. Generally, the greater the value that the commodity can create, the higher the cost. Therefore, for sellers, there is a risk in producing goods. If the value of the goods does not attract buyers to sell at a price above cost, the seller will lose money. Sellers themselves don't care about commodity value, but because of the nature of the free market, consumers have the right to reject low-value commodities. Sellers are ultimately forced to pursue commodity price and commodity value at the same time. If the value of the product is not enough to impress consumers, the seller can only sell it at a lower price. When the item cannot be sold, or the item is traded for less than the seller's cost, the seller loses money, which is the seller's risk. Seller's deceptive behavior. In order for the product to attract buyers, the deal is struck. Some sellers will give up the pursuit of improving the actual value of the goods, but deceive, mislead and conceal the buyers in the transaction so that the buyers mistakenly believe that the value of the goods is worthy of the price of the goods. Such a situation will make the trading environment in the free economic market worse, and buyers' awareness of prevention will increase, further increasing the difficulty of transactions between both parties. At this point, sellers and buyers are already caught in a zero-sum game, and transaction costs for both parties will increase dramatically. Next, I'm going to go into the perspectives of buyers and sellers separately and see how much trouble the traditional trade has caused to both parties. First, let's get into the buyer's perspective. For buyers, if they want to complete an excellent transaction, they either have the knowledge and information about the product or temporarily spend time and energy to obtain the knowledge and information of the product, which will undoubtedly cause extra costs. I will give two examples below. Buyer's perspective. For the first example, suppose you are a buyer and when you go to the supermarket to buy tomatoes, you will find that there are different varieties of tomatoes. At this time, you need to spend time and energy to judge the quality of different tomatoes, and then choose the ones that are most likely to satisfy you according to the price. In the process of trading, you sacrifice your time and energy in order to buy better tomatoes. The second example, when you go to the mall to choose a suit, there will be dozens of brands and hundreds of styles of suits for you to choose from. If you want to seriously choose a suit with a good style and a good price, you will spend a lot of time and energy. Even after you've worked hard enough to buy a suit that felt good at the time, you regret seeing a better suit one day later. Not only are you sacrificing your time and energy in order to get a more suitable suit during the transaction, you may end up finding out that it is not the best choice for you. Plus, as a buyer, you run the risk of being deceived by sellers. Have you ever bought counterfeit goods? Have you ever bought something that broke after a few uses? Have you ever bought something completely different from the seller's description? When your knowledge and experience isn't enough to keep you from cheating, you're going to be the loser in the trade. It can be seen from this that it is not easy for buyers to get a good result in the transaction. Time and energy are the costs that need to be paid, but they may not be able to get satisfactory results after paying. Seller's perspective. How about from the seller's point of view? Sellers bear higher transaction costs than buyers. We can divide sellers into two categories. One is the manufacturer and the other is the middleman. As a seller, whether it is a manufacturer or a middleman, it is a source of risk to have to pay upfront costs before creating profits. Producers pay the cost of producing the goods and then sell the goods to middlemen and consumers. Middlemen buy goods at an upfront cost and then sell them to other middlemen and consumers. If the manufacturer's total revenue from selling the product does not offset the total cost of producing the product, the producer will suffer a loss. If the total revenue of the goods sold by the intermediary does not offset the total cost of the imported goods, the manufacturer suffers. Waste phenomenon. The natural problems of traditional trade not only make buyers spend a lot of time and energy in the transaction process, but also make sellers bear the risk of slow sales in the transaction. It will also cause some unethical sellers to adopt deceptive methods in the promotion process, which will increase the distrust between buyers and sellers and further increase the transaction costs of buyers and sellers. Moreover, there is still a lot of waste in traditional trade, which occurs not only on the consumer side, but also on the production side and the sales side. Waste on the consumer side, that is, the waste of resources caused by consumers purchasing commodities that they do not want to use or cannot use, and ultimately idle them. I list 2 specific cases. Case 1. You buy a piece of clothing, but you don't like it, so you keep it in your closet. The result is that all the raw materials, labor, and electricity needed to make the garment are wasted. Case 2. You order a food takeaway, but you taste it and you find it disgusting, so you just throw it away. As a result, the raw materials such as meat and vegetables needed to make the food takeout, and the packaging of the takeout box, all the labor of the chef and the takeaway is wasted. The waste at the production side and the sales side, that is, the manufacturer produces unsellable goods, the seller imports unsellable goods, and finally these goods are discarded. I will list 2 specific cases. The waste at the production side and the sales side, that is, the manufacturer produces unsellable goods, the seller imports unsellable goods, and finally these goods are discarded. I will list 2 specific cases. Case 1. A clothing factory produced 10,000 new tops, but found that the market did not respond well after investing, and consumers did not like the style, so the middleman only bought 2,000. After a period of time, the garment factory could only sell the remaining 8,000 pieces at a discount, and even so, there were still 2,000 pieces left that could not be sold. In the end, these 2,000 tops can be destroyed or discarded. As a result, the raw materials, labor, and electricity required to produce these 2,000 tops were all wasted. Case 2. Case 2 is related to Case 1. The middleman wholesales 2,000 new tops to the garment factory, but the sales of this top are poor. After a period of time, the middleman was forced to adopt a discount strategy, but there were still 500 tops that could not be sold, and finally these 500 tops had to be destroyed or discarded. As a result, the raw materials, labor, and electricity required to produce the 500 tops were all wasted. From the above analysis, we can know that traditional trade, whether on the consumer side or the production side, has many risks, a lot of waste, and many deceitful behaviors, and the effect is not so good. Of course, it's not that no one has noticed these problems. Both buyers and sellers want to avoid risk, waste, and being cheated, so in the current free economic system, both buyers and sellers have taken steps to deal with the problems of traditional trade. For buyers, the most important method is to collect as much information about the product as possible before purchasing. Buyers have at least 4 channels to obtain this information. First, since there are often several brands competing for a commodity in the free trade system, buyers can choose the best one by comparing the quality and price of each brand. Second, ask for opinions from people who have bought the product. Third, ask questions on the internet. Fourth, and the most important one, and it will become more and more important, that is, on the internet, check out the after-sale reviews of the product. For sellers, the most important method is to obtain information on sales as much as possible. This process is market survey. On the one hand, it collects objective information such as the sales volume and market share of its own products and competitors' products, and on the other hand, it collects subjective information such as buyers' product usage preferences. However, I must tell buyers that the after-sales reviews you are relying on more and more may not be the real information. Many buyers will not participate in the evaluation, many click farms will interfere with the evaluation, and even some real buyers will deliberately provide false information. I also have to tell sellers that the after-sales survey information you have been relying on may not be true, especially the subjective information of buyers. What percentage of users' after-sales feedback questionnaires do you receive per survey? Did you really solve the problem of click farms well? Are you aware that your buyers will deceive you for their own benefit? Summarize the content. I invented the Alex scoring trade because of problems with the traditional trade model. Both buyers and sellers have risks in trade, which may lead to buyers buying unsuitable products and sellers producing unsellable products, resulting in economic losses and waste of resources for buyers and sellers. In the process, sellers may also deceive buyers, making the market trading environment worse. In order to solve these problems, buyers and sellers have adopted methods of collecting information, but I believe that traditional survey methods are inefficient or even ineffective. Next notice. This concludes the main content of this video. In the next video, I will talk about the problems of traditional survey methods in detail. You are welcome to watch it at that time. Finally, I hope you can watch the full video of the Alex scoring trade because it can really help you survive the economic crisis better. If you guys are already aware of the value of the Alex scoring trade, please forward my video to anyone who needs it, whether it's your relative, friend, classmate, or a stranger you don't know. They may be suffering from economic recession at this time, and the Alex scoring trade can help them. Since the Alex scoring trade is my new economic method, many of the content is subversive, so I choose to introduce it in a step-by-step manner. But if you're in a hurry to find out what the Alex scoring trade is all about, you can skip straight to issues 15 and 16 of the Alex scoring trade theory, which I've uploaded to my homepage. However, I still recommend that you watch them in order, which will help you better understand the Alex scoring trade. Finally, if you haven't played the game of Guess the Average by looking at item with your friends, please try it now, and see you in the next video.